Cho em nắm tay anh một lần, cùng nhau bước qua tháng năm. Bờ vai anh từ khi buồn, đứng cạnh nhau.
So it just rained this morning and the sky looks super beautiful. So I wanted to take my drone out so I could do some B-roll shots. And my remote logged me out of my account and I don't remember what email I used. So I just shot it up and there's a limited flight height and distance I can only use or kind of fly. So at least I got a little bit of B-roll so you can kind of see how beautiful it is here in Southern California. Yeah, I think that's it. We're gonna go work out. With this bad boy. This is actually a really awesome purchase there because it's so easy to fly and it's not too complicated. I'm gonna do a 35 millimeter. I'm gonna crank up the ISO. We are good. This flag is in my way. We need to get one more of these, babe, because I need to make a Lake Forest Hills flag.
You need a banner.
Well, we have the material for it. It's just that we need to get one more of these.
I wonder if Amazon has them.
And then I'm not sure if I could actually take this out. So you got a little knob here. I don't have this like plastic piece, so maybe I should have to like undo it. But I don't know if I could sew it into it. Cause it's a plastic piece that kind of like has this, it has like a notch at the top, so it doesn't slide all the way down. See, it stays there. But if you didn't have that, it would slide all the way down. So I'm not sure if I should just sew it on top of this to make it like super ratchet or what, but we should probably get another one. So I've been working on my golf swing because the last time I played was this streak of, I think like it was like 5 weeks of just like straight golf, like golf all the time. And I started having lower back pain because I just started like driving my right hip forward. It's called early extension. So took a little bit of break. And what I found is that when I would set up here, I would always arch my back to get into position. So I'm just trying to find a different routine. My grip is a little bit better. And then from here, I pull my belly button in and I hinge through my hips by allowing my hamstrings to catch my hip. And so I could take it back. And it feels a lot better. I feel like my hip's not like diving into the ball. So it's yet another swing change. That was a little bit better. That's a little better. A little better. We had a buddy that used to set up like this and he would just kind of like line up the ball like this. The features of Lake Forest Hills is that this is going to be the drop zone. So this mat is the drop zone. This mat will be parading around the gym. So one of the holes / drop zones is to this hole right here. So this is a hard one because there's not much room. So the putting green itself is elevated. And so if you don't make it onto the putting green, it's hazard. So that's why we have this as the dedicated drop zone. So one of the holes that we decided to do was right here. This mat is a pretty tight lie. So it's kind of hard to like be able to pop it up and land it somewhere right here for it to roll out to go into this hole. So it's gonna be a challenge. I don't think anyone would actually like do it from here because that would be kind of incredible. But if you're back here, it'd be kind of hard to stop it so quickly. You just have to be like super critical. Or you could just do that. You could just do that. There we go. I am the champion of Lake Forest Hills Country Club here. Look at that. Look at that. That was cool. Hopefully it got that on. Oh, you can't see the hole though. Oh no. That was cool. Yeah, you couldn't see the hole. Ah, boo. Let me see if I can do that again. Do that again. That was unfortunate. That was cool as heck. Maybe we'll just grab it from the ring camera or something like that. Or you could just do that. Just do that. There we go. I am the champion. Oh no. Is it controlled?
Years later.
I can now start my workout. Yes, I have been free from the shackles of the game. Look at this. Look at that. These are our T markers for Lake Forest Hills. Here's our logo right here. So when we set up the mats, we'll put the T markers here. So, you know, it's the small details that make us special, right? So look at that, check it out, pretty fire. Dear, I'm gonna do chin-ups. And I'll probably like sets of 4, like 2-3 sets or something like that. Just kind of get the lats and shoulders warmed up. All right. Hoop. Bam! Bad husband. Left all my balls out. No, I'm gonna sweep it over. I'm gonna sweep it over. In between my chin-ups, or my pull-ups, I should say. I gotta do husband duties. There we are. We need like a chute, like a gutter system, babe. You know? It'll like all like spill out into like just one funnel, you know? Just make it super fun. You know that there's this guy named Rob Dyrdek. I just butchered his name. Is Rob Dyrdek, I think it is, or something like that. And he had this thing called ridiculousness, and it was like I think he's a skateboarder there, and he just had this warehouse to do like crazy things. And I feel like that's kind of where we're at with things. It's like I feel like everything that we do in here is like the wildest thing possible. And it's like it's wild to me because like, you know, everything here in California is segmented. Like, you know, you want to go to the driving range, you want to go to the skate park, you want to like work out, like, but like we have everything here, you know? So it's like this is our like playhouse, man. This is like the playhouse where fun imagination is expressed. Wow. How's your toes feel, dude?
Okay. Not better, not worse.
Not better, not worse, huh? All right. Are you going to be doing some chins? Okay. All right. So we're back in the center here. I gotta redo. I'm getting hot, so I gotta take off my hoodie. I've decided to keep all my shots straight, so you'll only get it from this angle or this angle. I think it's super easy. I'm pretty a stickler on camera angles, and I think it's like my uniform, right? Like my uniform's always black shorts and then a white shirt. It's just easier for me, so I don't have to think about what I'm wearing. And it's the same as I think for recording, is that I don't want to think about all these angles. It's like, look, it's either straight on or to the side of me. And so like you can kind of like figure out, it's easier, like, okay, camera's gonna be here, camera's gonna be here, camera could be in front, camera could be this way, but like nothing in between, because I think it gets just too complicated. It's hard to edit, and I think that right now I don't need to overthink it. I just need to like produce. So that's kind of like the guidelines or the guardrails, I guess you could call it, of YouTube videos. We're gonna try to not talk as much today because we have to work out. So we'll see how that plays out. We have a client coming in 40 minutes. Sounds like a short amount of time, but it's actually a good amount of time if you kind of monitor everything well. Dear, after pull-ups, I'm gonna go into a row with the Vultras. So just really focus on the eccentrics at that point. I think if anything, yeah, we could leave it mounted like that. Like do like a low row or something like that, and like pull it up to the bench. And then I would like to try my best to do some sort of like lower body kind of thing. Yesterday we had a client come in from New York. He used to train with us, and then him and his family moved out to New York, and it was so good to see him. And we were talking about his workout. He got a gym membership over there, and we were talking about lower body stuff, and it was just like straight machines. And he's like, you got to get back to the basics here. You got to get back to like the squats, the deadlifts, the single leg stuff. And you know, oftentimes like it's very easy for us to just sit on a machine and like do like leg extensions and leg curls. But you know, learning how to integrate your body, learning how to find that balance to our body and use our body is so important. But it just made me think that like I've been slacking on lower body so much, you know, and it's like, it doesn't do me any good. It doesn't do anyone good to like slack off lower body, because that's the thing that connects us to the ground. All right, so we are here. So the Vultras are pretty much a digital version of the weight stack. The cool thing is that since it's electronic, you'll see it turn on. You'll see it turn on. User error. Look at our logo and whatnot. But since it is a digital resistance stack, you can adjust the eccentrics, or they also have a setting called inverse chains. So you can imagine if you had chains on a bar, it's 200 pounds at the top, and as the chain links hit the ground, let's say a chain link is 1 pound, as the chain links hit the ground, it reduces the amount of total weight. So at the top, it could be 200 pounds. At the bottom, it could be 100 pounds. Let's just say that's the number, right? So same exact thing here is that if we put it at 80 and we have inverse chain at 20, that means that at full squeeze, right? So I'm about to do a row. At full squeeze, it's gonna be 80 pounds. But as I let the handle go towards the cable machine, it's gonna be 100 pounds. So you're gonna be 80 pounds, 100 pounds, 80 pounds, 100 pounds to really focus on the eccentrics here. So that's kind of the reason why I was saying earlier is that like I didn't really care too much about like the speed in which I was doing the pull-ups, because it's like things like these and tools like these that really help me kind of like lock in on form and control. So that's what we're doing next. We're gonna do a seated low row. Technically this is kind of like a mid row, but we're just gonna rock it this way. Okay, so we're gonna go into a row here. I'm gonna set it at 80, and we're gonna go use the close grip handle. So let me grab that for you. I don't realize how wide this lens is. All right, so let's load this bad boy. The seat. So technically it's now like a mid row. So I was right. Alrighty. Check my back. It's right here. Very nice. So I'm showing it from this point of view so you can kind of see how the inverse chain works. So I'm going to do my second set here. So as you can notice, as I pull it back, it's only 80 pounds. But as I let it go and head back towards the cable machine, it's 100 pounds. So you're really focusing on controlling the handle back. I think the hardest thing about electronic weights is that it's very, you could feel how consistent it is. And it's very weird because throughout the strength curve of any motion, there's some sort of like easy / hard curve. Whereas this is like 80 all the way through, 100 all the way through. Let me change it for you there.
Yeah.
Which one? I'm like 60?
60.
It's gonna be 60 with 15 pounds of inverse. Cool. 3. Good. Give yourself a little more arch in your lower back. Yeah, good job. Pull. Nice. Think about moving the elbows around the rib cage there. You got it. Nice. Nice. Good. Looks clean. Nice. Good job there. Nice. Just watch that lower back position, okay? So we have 3 easy bars. We have this long one that's rackable on a regular rack. We have this one for the preacher bench. And then we also have this one, which is the lightest one. So we have 35 pounds, 30 pounds, 18 pounds. I bought this one first because I really wanted my clients to use the easy bar when we first opened the gym. So we bought the easy bar. We bought a regular Olympic bar. And then we bought a trap bar. And then eventually I ended up purchasing a safety squat bar from Craigslist back in the day. And then eventually we got an American bar or NutriGrip bar. Our client bought us a women's weightlifting bar. We also have a 15-pound bar. So that's really cool. So those are like the bar setups that we have another beater bar somewhere that we used to use for landmines. So today we're gonna be using the 35-pound bar. We are going to be grabbing on the second bend here, and I'll be facing you guys. This is gonna be weird because it's like off-center just a little bit, so let's just step towards you guys. It's hot. 45, 55 for the easy bar. 8-ish reps. I don't like this. This is off. Like form's not bad. I mean, like, look, if you look at it, elbows in line with the rib cage itself, and you're curling around. Right? You just feel peak contraction wherever you want to stop at the top, so you don't end up pulling into your shoulder or the shoulder starts rounding. So in this position for easy bar curl, or any curl to be honest, you could just put your hands in the end position and feel if you could squeeze your biceps. And if you could squeeze your biceps, that's a really good sign that that's where the end range of motion is. But if you feel, like let's say some people curl like this, if you don't feel your biceps, then that's probably a bad range of motion for you. So you just gotta figure out that where you can get peak contraction and peak stretch. A lot of times in the, like for example, we have an exercise called incline curls. You're on an incline bench, laying back, and everyone feels a stretch, and it emphasizes on the stretch of the bicep here, right? Right? Most people think that it's going to be like, oh, the stretch is really good, but what you're really focusing on is how much can you squeeze here, so the end range focus here. So yeah, like that's kind of like the general gist of like bicep kind of movement. Try not to complicate this kind of stuff. Like, it's too heavy? You want me to drop the weight for you?
I just did a bar.
Okay, I'll drop the weight for you. You should see the guns on this girl. But we actually have a gun shop like 3 doors down. And they're always like, do you have a license for these things? She's shy on camera. So you won't hear her talk a lot. It's just me. There we go. One day we'll have her mic'd up. Very nice. Very nice. I like this outfit there. Good. All the way down, all the way down. Squeeze the triceps at the bottom. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Nice. Perfect. Up. Good. Nice. Very nice.
This is 35?
35-pound bar. Kind of understand where my clients are like, oh, just wait till you get to my age kind of thing. Because you start condensing the time that you have for yourself and you start like realizing that there's all this other time for you to dedicate for other people and for the people that you love and whatnot. It's kind of like in your 20s, you can work out 2-3 hours a day. You can get away with it because you don't have the major bills yet. You're probably dating, so you have to be in tip-top shape. And so like, because you have the time, you can accumulate the volume needed to like get really good at things. You know, in my 20s, it was like, you know, I was dating, so I was always lean. So I was always eating well. I worked out like 2 hours a day, and then I had an hour run on top of that. And so it was like really nice because I could accumulate. That's why I got really good at running, and I got really good at lifting weights. I was always lean because I could get the volume of runs in and workouts in, you know. But now it's like either or. So it's very rare that I ever get and like workout and run. Do some body weights, just gonna see how our body feels. Pull the belly button in. Easy. Got it? Oh, there we go. Load into that right leg a little more, dear. Yes, just like that. That was good. Good, good, good. Get into your toes a little more. You got it. Nice. That looks good. Nice. Nice. Good job. Very nice, dear.
His and hers.
His and hers. His and hers. It's sad. I'm only 20 pounds heavier than you. Weak. Yep, 6. Good enough for government work. Good enough for government work. Finish up with some stretches. I guess it's really not much. It's more of, it's straight to the point. You do what you need to do. It contributes to the workout. It contributes to the mission. I'm pain-free. I'm strong. So just got to keep on going. Just gotta be religious with these kind of things. The foam rolling especially. You gotta search for the tightness. I hope you enjoyed my wild adventures. This is like the most random video. That's what we're gonna call this video, dear. The most random video. Because I started off with drone shots that couldn't drone. Then I shot golf shots that couldn't shoot. Spent like 20 minutes doing that. And then, worked out a little bit of explanation. I think it was a very balanced thing today. So if we want to keep on the goal of 2 videos a week, that's just what we got to do. It's getting easier though that I'm talking in front of a camera. So I'm happy about that. There's improvement in that. Everyone always freaks out when I used to carry the camera everywhere. Like I used to vlog when I'm running 5Ks and stuff. I used to run 10Ks with friends, vlogging and whatnot. My PR is a 2:15 half marathon with a camera, full blown. This lens setup, so it was a Canon EOS R with a 16-35 2.8, I think, yeah, 2.8 aperture. So it's kind of like I was holding that the whole time. I was fueling my buddy, so it was like really awesome. Everyone always freaks out when they're on camera, but it takes some getting used to. It takes some getting used to be yourself. For me, recently, especially, I've been doing a lot of brainstorming and kind of getting in touch with who I am. And I think that's been really helpful because that is what makes the content great, is the person and their background and their relatability. Like a lot of people don't know, especially since I'm talking to the interwebs, is that like I grew up in New Orleans, I was like spent like 18, 19 years of my life in New Orleans, and so like everyone thinks about New Orleans as like Mardi Gras, rednecks, the South, stuff like that. But that's what made me who I am today, is like all of the fun stuff, all my friends, all my teammates, and all the things I've learned, was from that area, from that time frame. I bring a little bit of that. Well, actually, I bring a lot of that into my life nowadays because I get to see both sides of things, and I'm very grateful for that. So it's kind of like this blessing of being able to share that with people, being like authentic to myself, to my brand, to Jenny, to my viewers, to my clients. I mean, like there's no particular order that takes priority, but it's kind of like that's who I am, and it's like I do all these things really well, and I'm not afraid to show it, and I'm not afraid to help others, and I think that's the whole essence of life, is that if we can really get to these points where we could share these kind of things with the world, I think that one person at a time we can like change the world, so I think that's what I'm like really kind of focused on right now. Side note, today is Saturday, and usually we go to the golf shop. So that'll probably be another vlog going down that way. I need to get new grips. I've been running oversized grips. Or no, was it big? Oversized? I'm sorry? Mid-size. I've been running mid-size for the last I want to say a couple months. And don't get me wrong, my swing, my grip strength has been getting better, but I've started noticing a lot of like joint issues. So like my wrist is starting to bother me a little bit when I'm like loading. And I think that's also the reason why I'm like casting, because I don't want to load my wrist. So I think I'm going to get standard grips. I also have to regrip a client's his clubs. So we got to regrip those things because the stock Titleist grips that he has right now, he's not really a big fan of. So I got to do that. I got to edit videos. I got to log into my account because apparently I need to log into my account to fly my drone. It's Saturday, so I've been eating out a lot because I've been feeling like I need to get away from the gym. We've been doing so many things with clients, friends, and like recordings and stuff like that. So like for me, it's kind of like exhausting to be in here. As much as I love this place, like I sometimes need to step out of it. So we might eat out. Hey. So we might eat out. Jenny's client just arrived, so I'm gonna cut this video. I'll catch you guys next time. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to our channel, support us. I'll see you next time. Baby, would you like to say bye to the viewers?
Bye.